Hello, everybody, and welcome to ADL All-Stars Week 3. This week's match spotlight is going to be Flame9VGC on the left versus Thunderball101 on the right. I couldn't fit 101 on my overlay. Sorry, I can't make it your full gamer tag. Catching it a little bit earlier this week. I don't have Toxic because he's out on vacation, so it's another solo comms here. But looking at it, I'm kind of not loving Flame's matchup here. I had not seen this before this team preview, but wow. Ninetales Pyro or Mega Pyro kind of fucks this mode up. I mean, I guess you kind of got counterplay in Prim, but he's also got Rotom and Slowbro, so like, really, do you have counterplay? I guess we'll see how it goes here. I'm not going to count Flame out before the match is over. I've seen him do many crazy things before, so let's see how we go here. So Thunderball's got Rotom, Slowbro lead, and then a Prim Annihilate lead for Flame. That's about the best lead I could see him bringing here, so that's good. So what happens here? I don't think this Slowbro is setting Trick Room. I also don't feel like it wants to Mega here. I feel like you want to save your Mega for Pyro, right? Considering what's in the back, probably? Well, I mean, if he's got Glamora, then I guess you could Mega your Slowbro. That makes some sense. This Prim is pretty threatened by Rotom, though. And the Ape is pretty threatened by Slowbro, so I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more pressure coming from Thunderball's side here. And in contrast to last week, I'll shut my mouth. And we see the Slowbro Mega. What the hell do I know? I guess that does make sense considering what's in front of you. This combat and the Rotom does about 70%, close to 70%. Citrus Berry procs, you know that the Rotom is Citrus Berry. This T-Bolt brings Prim down very low. Where is the Slowbro target? 70% left on Rotom. Okay, so it just goes for Trick Room, which is probably good. That must mean he's got Aegislash in the back, right? After one turn, that Rotom surviving the turn is pretty good for him too. After one turn, I'm already not sure. I think this is it's pretty close to already game set match for Thunderball. I mean, you do have a full health Annihilate, but what is it realistically doing here? It's just gonna get hit first and die. Yeah, you have no choice but to switch it. I assume it's a Scarf. Gross. Psyshock from Slowbro, kills the Prim, makes sense. And then this Rotom just gets a free attack on the Metagross. Or did he Wisp it? Ooh! Wisp is really bad for that Metagross. Good call by Thunderball. That is no bueno for Flame, though. Your Megamon is now burned, and it's not going to have the output you need it to have in order to clear these mons off the board. Your Glamora is weak to anything coming out from this Slowbro, or a Hydro Pump from this Rotom. Your Annihilate in the back, which is assumingly Scarf, is not going to be able to move before it gets pounded by any Witch attack from Thunderball's side due to Trick Room being up. This is a really rough spot for Flame here, and I'm not really sure how he himself is supposed to navigate through this. It might be a GG go next situation here. Shutting Glamora makes some sense. Try to draw out Trick Room turns. Psychic Fangs into the Rotom does hold a Gross Home, which is good. But what does Thunderball have in the back here? Slash. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is over. It is a GG go next situation, I think. So I think if you're Flame here, what you're gonna need to do is the best thing you can do is stall out turns and try to think of what you need to do for game 2, which I don't know what you do, honestly. It's hard to remove that Slowbro before Trick Room gets up, and once Trick Room goes up, it's kind of very difficult for you here. I guess you could go full tilt with like a Talonflame, or you could go like full send from the start with Metagross, maybe. I just don't know if you've got the damage calcs needed to kill the Slowbro before it goes up. So we know the Glimmora is Sash. Or did it just live that naturally? Wow, okay. But Thunderball thinking it was Sash covered for it, so good call there, Thunderball. Shookberry, Aegislash. That still did pretty good for being Shookberry and burned. Out. Should still be up, but yeah, I don't see an out here. I think it's over for Flame. Revealed his fourth Mon, so, and if I had to guess, it's probably Weavile. It could be Ninetales too. I don't think we'll get the chance to see it though. Alright, down goes the ape before I can even make a move. That does great damage, even despite the burn. Like, genuinely, even despite the burn. Even in its base form through Shuka, that was insane damage. So I guess that's good in a vacuum. Like, you know, you can remove at least one of the strongest mons in Trick Room relatively easily. That's some info that you have for the next game. Well, Aegislash could realistically go down here, but even if it does go down, how do you navigate Slowbro and presumably the King Shield makes sense there. Telegraph play. Try to lower its attack even more. Oh, stop the Is that contact? I don't know if it's contact. It is contact! Thank you, game, for confirming for me. I appreciate it. And Trick Room goes back up. Yeah. Well, I will say, expertly played game 1 by Thunderball. Great Will-O-Wisp play into the Metagross, calling that switch. And even if it didn't switch, you're still burning the Annihilate. So there really wasn't a bad play there whatsoever. There was no version of that would have been bad. And the bulk on this Mega Slowbro is just too much to handle for a lot of people. So Trick Room going up is just almost guaranteed to get one like that on the field. Metagross goes down. Thunderball takes the point. And it's looking like one of our only undefeated coaches is on the brink of becoming defeated by our resident Hong Konger. To reconfirm for me. Only thing I hate about the spectating mode in Champions is it's like it makes them drop out and reconfirm every time instead of just like a go next type of thing. So yeah, I mean, just brilliantly done by Thunderball. There was not a bad turn there for him at all. Like at any point did I think he did anything wrong. Which on Flame's end is like, what do you do? What counterplay do you make? You kind of have to remove the slow bro, but how? You know? So, I mean, your best bet is leading Annihilate. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but I doubt, especially if it's a Scarfed Annihilate, that it is doing enough damage to one-shot that slow bro. Maybe you lead Mega Metagross, but does Mega Metagross have a move that can do enough damage to, like, maybe a double in into Slowbro actually killing it and canceling out Trick Room? I think realistically, with that lead, the only way that you have a way of winning this game and getting it to a Game 3 is by removing Trick Room and the speed advantage on Thunderball's side. But just looking at this 6, I don't know how you do. I don't know if it's something that you can achieve. Okay, game 2 here. Let's see if Flame has a different plan or if Thunderball switches it up. Thunderball opts to keep the same lead. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then we see Glamora and Annihilate for Flame this time, so a bit different of an adjustment. Potentially Flame has a different plan here. I'm wondering what it could be. Okay. Because the Wisp is just so easy into Ape here, right? Like, the Wisp and Trick Room is so easy because then your Ape can't do anything even inside of Trick Room. I still don't think there's any way that Double In kills this Slowbro here. Glamorite, okay, so we see a Mega Glamora on the field. Adaptability and that high-ass special attack, this could do a pretty damn good amount of damage. I guess time will tell. Flame's probably betting on removing this Slowbro in one fell swoop here, but can he do it? He doesn't even go for the Slowbro. He close combats into the Rotom. Citrus Berry goes off. He Sludge Bombs the Slowbro and nothing. No kills on the board. That means Trick Room is gonna go up. Damn. He opts not to go for the double up. I wonder what the plan there was. Now with the Mega Glamora on the field, which is normally going to be the fastest thing on the field, or, well, I mean, Scarf Annihilate is, but naturally the fastest thing on the field, no longer has that advantage, and Slowbro is free to do whatever it wants into this Glamora. I totally forgot that this thing was Mega Glamora and couldn't hold a Sash game 1, so that's my bad. Opts to protect the Glamora, which is smart. Spring Arena comes out. Slack off, Slowbro, and that thing is basically back up to full. Prem takes the Hydro Pump very, very well. Close combat, moves into Rotom, that should pick up the kill. Okay, so there is a kill on the board much earlier for Flame than Winter was last game. Removing that Rotom is pretty good here. Those oppressive Thunderbolts, those impressive Wisps. The damage coming from those Hydro Pumps into something like Glamora, it's good to remove, but in comes the Aegislash, and again I say, how do you remove this here? This Aegislash threatening to drop your attack. Although, if you attacked into the Aegislash, you could proc Defiant. You have to swap out to do that because I believe you're Scarf locked into close combat. Honestly, swapping an Annihilate here is probably Flame's best bet. Yeah. Into what, though? Talonflame. Man, I really don't know why he didn't double the Slowbro. Maybe he was calling that Slowbro would protect there because, I mean, doubling the slow burn and moving it off the field is definitely like one of the best things you can do. Is probably for definitive play. So maybe he just opted to spread damage out, so he had some sort of productive turn in case he Thunderball read that with protect, but no telling. And upon swapping in the Talonflame, it immediately goes to its Sash. It is just not looking good for Flame here, folks. Thunderball's Trick Room mode is so oppressive. That Slowbro and Aegislash is so strong, especially into everything that Flame has. Psyshock does a really good chunk in the Pre-Arena. Ironhead should finish it off. That's gonna be the end of Pre-Arena. Talonflame to fire off Flare Blitz for the Aegislash, which it does do. But it does kill the Talonflame in the process. This is a closer game than we saw in Game 1, but I'm still not so sure Flame's got the momentum left to deal with everything that Thunderball has left on his side. Out. Fake out pressure is super, super real here. Honestly, folks, I can only imagine the rage and the molding and the seething that is going on in Flame9VGC's end of things. If he is streaming right now, I'm definitely going to have to go and check out, see what's going on there, because I'm sure he is not calm about what is going on right now, knowing him. Fake out pressure is super, super real. And just, I can't overstate it enough. Mega Slowbro is a bulky motherfucker. How do you rebuke that thing? Sludge Bomb into the Slowbro does a decent chunk. Knockoff finishes off the Annihilate for the Weavile. Although, Trick Room has now gone down. Flame has made it through the other side of Trick Room with a full health Mega Glamora intact. Actually, Flame might still be in this. Maybe I'm doom and glooming too much here. Although you have to pick what's more important to attack here, because this Weavile is... Is this Weavile the Sash? I mean, it would probably be your Sash, right? I feel like you have to hit the Slowbro. But what if Thunderball calls that and protects, and then, I don't know, like a triple axle or a knockoff into the... That's not horrible damage, honestly. Ooh, and no death. Ah, and Trick Room goes back up. I don't know. I think in hindsight, you needed to hit that Slowbro here. Even if you were afraid of the Protect Call, I still think you need to call it there. Spiky Shield is very smart because that is gonna kill the Weavile. I don't think it does anything other than contact moves, so that does remove Weavile from play. But does this Glamora live a Scald or a Psyshock? I don't know. Let's see. It really all comes down to, does Glamora live an attack from the Slowbro? My answer is, or my bet is no. But we'll see here. And Scald kills the Glamora, so that is a resounding no. And Thunderball beats Flame 2-0. Very, very convincingly. Well done, Thunderball. That is one of the final two undefeated coaches in the division defeated. Flame is now 2-1. Thunderball is now 2-1. the lone undefeated coach left in the game in this division is Burst, which I don't know if you guys watched Flame9's coach interview, but some shade was being thrown at Burst by Flame. So what does this look like now, Flame? I think you're going to have to respond to the fans, dude. I think an apology letter to Burst. A video with tears. No, but that was a good match. I mean, game 1, there was just nothing Flame could do. And I think game 2, there were a few outs he could have made. There were a couple plays he could have made that would have kept him in the game longer. Namely, turn 1, doubling that slow bro. That would have turned this game on its head, I think. But I can understand maybe calling that the Protect would come out and that your damage wouldn't do anything, and then your Rodon burns, your Annihilate, so on and so forth. That could be something there, but hindsight's 20/20. But I think doubling the slow bro there would have been right. I also think just ripping the Sludge Bomb into the slow bro after Trick Room went down would have been better too, because realistically, what is that Weavile doing into you? It looked like it only had knockoff. It's probably like fake out knockoff. I guess triple axle damage could be considered in there as well, but hindsight is 20/20. Thunderball wins the day. Very well done on Thunderball's part. Great plays made. Like I said, I don't really think there was ever a moment that I thought Thunderball made a bad play. And his team was super, super strong into Flames as well. So showing off the strengths of Mega Slowbro there for sure. So good on you, Thunderball. And thank you all for watching. That's about all I have to say about this match. That was our Week 3 Spotlight, Flame versus Thunderball. I hope you all enjoyed. We will see you here back on the ADL channel with more match commentary soon, as well as a bunch of coach interviews coming very, very soon. I'm just kind of waiting on Toxic schedule-wise. In case you haven't noticed, he's a little hard to schedule with sometimes. But once I get a consistent number of days with him, we will get all these coach interviews lined up. So look forward to that. Thanks. We will see you then. Bye.